All right, good evening, Matt. I thank you. Just want to say thank you quick for the extension that I had asked for. I know you didn't reply, but I'm assuming this is okay. It's been a weird weekend with some travel between me and my wife, so um, I wanted to get this done tonight. So let's take a look at what I've got so far. I'm also getting over a cold, so I don't want to get into everything that is going on, but I've got a lot going on. Sorry. Okay, so what I really liked in the Cool Tools website, which was great. I didn't go through everything. I probably went through 8 of these, and everything I thought was very interesting. What I really loved was, give me one second, in news literacy, thing 12 jumped out at me. I'm a math teacher, but I have had the pleasure of working with two teachers, a language arts teacher and a social studies teacher, who worked on, just in the past couple of years, how students should be dealing with sources on the internet. And they've done it in really creative ways. And as I was going through the news literacy section, I saw some of their things, and I wanted to bring these to light because um, there's really cool tools in here. So on the news literacy, again, I didn't go through every one of these, but there were four that I really thought were great. So the first one I want to highlight is the first one on here, a finder's guide to facts. I actually sent this a few years ago after the election, the Clinton Trump election. I sent this to my father because he wanted to know what had happened on like the internet, that people were believing fake things on the internet, and also the president was using the term fake news over and over again, kind of muddying the waters there. So I sent him this article. This is a little more on the adult side of. I would not give this to seventh graders who I teach now, but this is very good for maybe advanced seventh graders or eighth graders, and definitely for high school students. It goes on about how these fake sources are made, and how they are used, and some of the targets that are picked. This is an awesome article, and my father was very disappointed in America after he read this article. The second one I wanted to pick was the one that was in the New York Times, which is here. 50 ways to teach with current events. Anything from the New York Times that has 50 ways to do something, I'm in. Um, this is a great resource for any teacher. Again, 2016, so that must have been a good year for trusting news. Who knows? So this is long, and there's tons of stuff in here. Again, I didn't go over all of it, but there's when you're talking about trusting news, having so many ways to access viewpoints, having 50 things is fantastic. So this is I thought very useful because of the size of it, because there's so much stuff in that one. The other one is a personal favorite here, In on the Joke. I'm a fan of cartoons. I'm a fan of comics, and I've been since I was a kid. Obviously, as I've grown up, the cartoons have gotten, political cartoons make a little more sense to me now, or maybe they make less sense. But I think these are great, and they take you through. I had one pulled up, and now I don't know where it went. Um, so let's look at, I don't know, USA Today. It's not the best, but so USA Today will just have all of their political cartoons. Um, which are daily comments on the news in a funny way. Oh yeah, this one's for today for sure. There you go. So again, this is just current events and things that are happening in a way that is a little more accessible. It's not just reading. And this is something that students might get. Again, we're talking about maybe older students, like high school students, maybe eighth graders. If there's a couple good ones in here, but and the last one is definitely something. This is in the lesson sources. Museum is something that I know. I was talking about old colleagues of mine had used, and Museum is definitely Museum is awesome. Um, so what I found on the Museum is it's down here. It was lesson planning. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the. Give me one second. I just did all this, and now I don't know where it is. Oh, here you go. See all ed tools. And so what they do is they give you, so here's a lesson plan about the shooting at Virginia Tech, and it teaches kids not about the shooting itself, but about how breaking news is typically reported. I didn't sign up for an account, so I don't have access to it. But a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, worked with this one. When this one popped up, I was like, oh my god, I remember this. It was about how breaking news and how you can trust some information, but obviously not all the information, as the media is gathering new information. Is, as we know as adults, is confusing when an event happens and the story changes the first hour, the first minute, the first day, the first week. And the other one I thought was interesting was like they just have a whole thing about John Adams. Like to have something about the Virginia Tech shooting and something about John Adams. You know what I mean? Like in the same, there's a there's diverse content here, and I've known people have used this and they really like it. So just want to point that out. And I think that was it for me. Yep, that's it. Okay, so again, thank you for the extension, and there's really great things in here, and I'm really excited to use this website. Thank you.